Newark, New Jersey, where the No Kings protest is happening right now. Despite the rain, there are hundreds of folks out here. The organizers have encouraged people to bring American flags to show their patriotism and use their First Amendment rights. The people we've been speaking out here say they are against the mass deportations happening, the treatment that ICE is showing to some of the immigrants here in America, and they're also against the military parade happening in D.C. We know from an NBC News poll that over 60% of U.S. adults disagree with that parade being funded by taxpayer money. So the folks out here, the ones I've been speaking with, also disagree. They say enough is enough. There's been too much corruption in the Trump White House, and they want to show what democracy looks like. You can hear them chanting here. Take a look.
The people, united, will never be defeated. Power to the people! Power to the people!
I'm in the birthplace of freedom, Philadelphia. I'm here at the No Kings protest. I'm in Love Park, surrounded by thousands of people. We're about to march down Ben Franklin Parkway. That is a parkway named after one of our founding fathers. And what did he tell us? He told us you could either have liberty, but if you sacrifice liberty for safety, you won't have either. And so now you have literally thousands of voices, thousands of signs saying thousands of things. And what does that come for us? E pluribus unum. It's on your coins. Reach into your pockets. Reach into your pockets and look at the quarter. E pluribus unum. It means from many come one. Because that's the change we have left. That's what we're pushing for right now. That's what we need to say. No kings!
No kings!
No fascism!
No fascism!
No kings!
No kings!
No fascism!
No fascism!
Donald Trump's birthday has been ruined as the No Kings protests are far bigger than anybody expected. First, they're across all 50 states. There's over 2,100 different rallies. I'm here in Binghamton, New York, which is not a big city. And usually a protest here gets about 20 people, 30 people tops. There are 1,000 people here at least. But to put it in Trump's terms, there's about 200,000 people here. But we have to harness this energy. This cannot be a one-day only thing, because we are just 15 months away from one of the most important elections in my lifetime, in our lifetime. The 2026 midterms will be our opportunity to take back some of the power, to take back control, to take the House and hold Donald Trump and his administration accountable. This will be our chance, but what we're seeing today is amazing. And the best part, after the rain ruins Donald Trump's birthday parade, when he gets back home and turns on the news, he is going to see these rallies as the main story and not his parade. Nobody is going to be glorifying him. Perfect.
Hey, it's Chris Adler. Not only is it Flag Day or the 250th birthday of the United States Army, but it's also President Trump's birthday. It's also been dubbed No Kings Day, where thousands of protesters are hitting the streets across the nation protesting Trump's policies on immigration, specifically his raids against the undocumented community. Behind me, hundreds of people have hit the streets of downtown LA protesting the policies and criticizing President Trump. The protests are expected throughout the day.
A massive crowd of people is coming down what used to be Black Lives Matter Plaza, heading towards the White House. I see signage already no military might, no kings. As you can see, this crowd just showed up. They're right by the White House. If you look over here, that is the fence right there is literally the White House. So we're right in front of the White House, in front of what used to be Black Lives Matter Plaza, and this giant crowd come through. Let's ask some people what we're doing here. What's the message?
Oh, freedom. I mean, we're screwed with like Trump not following the Constitution.
As you can see, let's get a good shot of the crowd. It's a pretty big crowd, pretty good sized crowd. We're right here in downtown D.C. Pro-Army, anti-Trump. Sir, are you a veteran?
I am not, but I support the troops.
Veterans, okay. And what are your thoughts? What's the message here?
The message here is to fight back and stand up.
What's the message, sir?
Donald, here we are.
What does that mean, 86-47?
86 is get rid of.
Okay.
47 is the not king.
The non-king. No kings in America.
But I want to say, Donald, here we are. Where's the big force? Come and get us. Here we are.
You hear it right here. The message is clear. Donald said any protesters will be met with heavy force. This protester says, where are you at? Let's talk to some more people here. How we doing, brother? How we doing, brother? Thanks for being here. Immigrants make America great.
America's America. Anybody can live here.
I love it. I love it. The crowd just keeps coming. You can see the crowd's massive. How are you? How are you? How are you doing?
Yes, we were looking for you.
So we're talking. So what's your message here with this march?
Oh man, we're just glad that we came down. We live here. This is our city. Everybody was saying not to come down here, but we live here. This is our town. Where else are we going to be?
What's your message?
The message is the people have the fucking power. Don't forget it. Like, we cannot be kowtowed by Trump's bullshit and threats. We're here to demonstrate otherwise.
I love it. Are you worried about being met with heavy force?
No, we're the heavy force.
Folks, I'm on my way to the No Kings protest in Manhattan, New York, and you can already hear it in the background. It is huge. I'm looking at it right now. Let me flip the camera. It is currently pouring rain in New York City. You can probably see it in my hair. But that has certainly not deterred people. I mean, this is remarkable. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. And let me tell you, you're seeing similar things in cities across the United States. Any major city here in the United States, people are getting out and making their voices heard. America is saying to Donald Trump, enough is enough. We don't want a king in the United States. We don't want a dictatorship in the United States. We want a democracy, and Donald Trump is antithetical to that goal. So to everybody out there, please stay safe. It's going to be a great day. These protests are remarkable. Just remarkable.
Well, the other side
Get off the damn picture.
Can you just get it?
Hey guys, I'm in downtown LA at this massive, at this point, 1,000-strong protest against ICE raids that have been happening in and around the city for the last week or so. And they're coinciding with the protests around the country under the No Kings banner in response to Donald Trump's military parade in DC. But there's one thing that sets Los Angeles apart, and I'm going to show it to you right now. It's these guys. So those are National Guard troops posted up outside a federal building here in downtown who were deployed here by Donald Trump against the wishes of Governor Gavin Newsom because, according to Trump and his administration, the protests here were chaotic and violent and required that kind of military response. Now, today I have not seen anything even remotely resembling violence. The vibe of this protest is extremely joyful, celebratory, if at times defiant and profane. We did see some violence last weekend though, and now the challenge for local law enforcement is how to make sure that the protest remains peaceful and that there's nothing that could be seen as justifying Donald Trump's decision to deploy troops here to LA, not just National Guard, but active duty Marines. The protesters, every single protester that I've spoken to today is committed to protesting peacefully. There are a lot of people out here who are the children of immigrants, not undocumented people themselves because they're too afraid to come out, but their children and in some cases grandchildren. They feel personally that a lot is at stake for them with these protests.
Well, for starters, it's plain to see that our democracy is in probably one of the worst times it's ever been at. I mean, this administration is doing such tremendously horrible things, violating laws, constitutional orders are just being ignored. It's incredible. It's terrible. And I am the child of an immigrant family. I come from immigrant families. I have so many undocumented friends and people that I know who are hardworking people, hardworking Americans who are here to just survive, you know? And I can't stand the injustices that are going on right now. I have to be here. This is my duty.
In many cases, the people that I've interviewed say that this is the first time they've ever gone out to any kind of political event, any kind of protest of any kind.
Okay, why your sign says that you're scared to be here. Why are you scared to be here?
Because I've never done this before.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never been to
a protest. I'm safely ensconced in Orange County, but it's time.
Okay. Why is it time?
Just so much wrong is happening in the world.
Tell me more about what exactly did you see that made you cross that line and decide to come out here?
I'm worried for my kids, my trans child, and everybody else like them.
Okay. Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's just terrifying, the hate.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of all the hate.
And that's why you're seeing such a huge cross-section of people at this march today. Not just the people responding to the ICE raids, not just the people responding to what they see as a move by Donald Trump of the country towards authoritarianism, but just people who are generally unhappy with everything that's happening with the country right now.
Okay, y'all, I'm downtown here at the No Kings protest. There is a lot of fucking people here. People were hyping up today as what was supposed to be the worst day. They got Marines out here. They switched the National Guard for Marines. Yet today has been 100% the most peaceful day that I've seen. People are just out waving flags in front of the Marines that are guarding the City Hall. Be careful today. This protest was put together by a group called 50501, who is essentially owned by the heiress of Walmart. So this protest is funded by big corporations. They want us to fight like this. They want us out here causing trouble. But I'm not sure that's what they're gonna get. It seems like the people are out here today trying to show that our goal isn't to hurt things. Our goal isn't to hurt people. Our goal is to show up and show that we're against this shit. People are out here waving flags. People are showing community. I can't tell you I feel anything but safe, honestly.
Did you see all these images coming out of No King Day protests? With peaceful protests happening in New York, Houston, where Representative Al Green talked about being there in peace, walking in peace, and leaving in peace. Over 100,000 people came out in Philadelphia. And I like their style, coming out reclaiming the images that the right wing have hijacked. There are also people posting videos from Nashville and even Jacksonville, Florida. In Chicago, there's been over 100,000 people marching in peace. And Los Angeles, baby Trump was on full display, with a lot of people carrying various flags, including U.S. flags. There was also a lot of joyous protests. Apparently, throughout the day, there's already been over 1 million people who have gone out to protest Trump. This is incredible. So many people from different backgrounds are coming together to protest Trump. This has been amazing solidarity because we all seen what is at stake. If Trump continues on this path, we're all going to lose. We're all in this and we're all stronger together. Again, so proud of so many people out there peacefully protesting. As always, please consider becoming a paid subscriber on here so I can continue bringing you stories like these.
Headed to the No Kings rally in West Hollywood right now. This is the start of our day, a little before 11 o'clock. Stay tuned. We'll just mingle.
Okay. All right. If it's a car, you go for stairs. If it's a separate car, we're not climbing a tree. There's a lot of trees.
The No Kings Day Trump protest in downtown LA is absolutely massive. This has to be one of the biggest anti-Trump protests in American history. The National Guard is here, cops are here, tens of thousands of Americans are doing their patriotic duty protesting today. Let me show you these crowd sizes right now. This is unbelievable. Shame. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Folks, the crowd is absolutely huge here today. We clearly outnumber the Trumpers overwhelmingly. I am in one of the most conservative towns in the most conservative counties in the state of California, and the turnout is huge. It's glorious. I cannot even show you how many people there are here to protest the clown show in the White House. We're not going to have kings in America. We're not going to have terrorists in America. We are not going to tolerate it any longer. Do your job, Congress. Impeach and remove the convicted felon. If he had been safely in prison where he belongs, none of this would have been necessary, but now it is. We're never going to make the same mistake again. A lot of us sat home on Election Day. That's never going to happen again. We are going to put an end to the clown show. There will be no kings in America. Look at how huge this crowd is. Absolutely enormous. A lot of these people have never been to a protest before in their lives, but it is absolutely necessary now. People who love their country have got to be on the streets today. It's the safest place you can be. It's the most patriotic place you can be. It is the most liberal thing you can do. It is the most conservative thing you can do. We will not have any kings in America. Thank you for filming me. I appreciate it. I'm under a TikTok live ban right now. I have to do it on YouTube. It stinks. hurt too many Trumper feelings. The crowd is absolutely huge. You can't even begin to take it in. They simply made the iPhone screen too small. It's a huge crowd. It stretches all the way along the coast of California. It's 3 times bigger than your state, by the way, unless you're in Texas. Look at that. That's a great sign. And so accurate. So accurate. It is a huge, huge crowd. Search as you may, you can't find a fascist here. There are no Confederate flags. There's no Gadsden flags. There's none of this nonsense that we've been putting up with for the last 9 years. It's ridiculous. There will be no kings in America.
Let me tell you this. This is Big Moss, boots on the ground time now. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Capitol. Okay, no kings protests. That's what we said and that's what we mean. Right now, time now on the ground. Look behind me. You see all these people out here? They understand the United States Constitution. Apparently you guys don't. That's why we're protesting. We're never going to stop protesting. Regardless of all the threats to kill people by that sheriff in Florida. Regardless of all these other influencers on the internet telling people, stay home, it's not your fight. It is my fight. You understand? And it's your fight too. You just don't know yet. So keep sitting there, sitting around, and oh yeah, don't go out. Telling black people not to go out, okay? Keep telling them that. Until they find out they lose all the rights they got, you're gonna see what happens. We're doing this for real, right? And we're not gonna let up. We're not gonna stop until change occurs, until they start doing the right thing. Never stop protesting. We're doing it peacefully. Obviously, you can see that. Look. Police is right there. We're protesting. This is the law. It's legal to do so. Point blank, period. It's not a debatable thing. You understand? This is why the founding people who wrote the Constitution wrote it the way they did. To prevent tyranny, to prevent bully behavior, to prevent fascist ideologies, dictators, as what you see going on in Washington, D.C. All these people, why is the military in the streets right now? Give me a reason why. Why are United States Marines in the streets against the people of America? A lot of them don't even want to be there. Why is the National Guard in the streets of America? Tell me why. Why did they take over the National Guard from Governor Newsom in California? It's authoritarianism. You're going to be in trouble. All these other influencers who are telling people, oh, you're black, it's not your fight. It is your fight. You understand? Look. See all these people right here? They understand what I understand. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to be out here on the ground standing up for your rights. This is a peaceful protest. There's a police right there. They're right there. They have nothing to do here other than just be there. Okay? That's it. Look at all these people. This is a diverse group of people. Obviously, you can see that.
It is in the Bible that America will fall. No preaching, no marching, and no protesting will matter. This place will fall in Jesus.
Look at what I'm showing you. Thousands and thousands of people. We're never going to stop. That's the bottom line. We're not going to stop protesting until they do the right thing or get rid of them. We're not doing the right thing. We need new politicians who can do the right thing, because apparently with all these thousands of people telling you that we're not having it, you're not listening, that means you're a dictator. You're not listening, that means you're a dictator. So this is what we're doing, okay? Point blank, period. Peace.
Fight back, stand up! 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 Fight back, stand up!
Do y'all see what's going on today? Are you watching your feed? Do you not see all of the people that are banding together against the Dollar Tree dictator and his administration? If you were ever confused on what side of the fence you played, or if the side that you were on is the right side, today is the day for you to understand that you are. And if you don't understand about the protest, if you feel some type of way, if you feel like this is just way too much, you're on the wrong side. Go back over there with those people, because right here we fight back. Yes. And in light of everything that has been happening, in light of everything that has happened yesterday and today, we still fight. What are some turnouts that you have loved to see so far? For me, of course, California, LA, Chicago, Houston, actually. That's not surprising because Houston is blue. Texas is not. I live in Houston, not Texas. It's different. And you will understand. You would understand if you lived here. But y'all, I am so filled with pride during Pride. Yeah, man, it's good to see it. It really is.
Folks, I just reached the end of the No Kings protest here in New York City. It is still kind of going on. People are still marching down near the Flatiron building, but man, it is huge. Tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people got out here today, and people are still marching down. Like, if you look down, it is still full all the way back. And it's not just happening in New York City. It's happening across the country in major cities like Chicago, Atlanta, Los Angeles, and more. People are fed up. They're showing up in major numbers across the country to make their voices heard against Donald Trump. And let me tell you something. This scares the crap out of Trump. He hates dissent. He hates when people disagree with him. He hates when people make their voices heard against him and his administration. So I can tell you, the photos and videos coming out of these protests right now are driving him nuts. And it's happening on his birthday, ruining his special day. So folks, please let me know in the comments if you managed to go to a protest today, where you were, how it went. And I'm gonna break this all down and talk about it more on YouTube, Instagram, and Substack, link in my bio. But man, crazy day here in the United States, a great day in the United States.
Saturday in Gig Harbor, Washington, 6/14/2025, No King's Day protest. And this protest line goes about a half mile down.
No Kings! So they're having workshops now for people who are still in class. Like we're in class until about what to do if
It is a peaceful event, and there are so many cars coming by and lending their support. Peaceful. Majority of the people, I would say 80-90%, are honking their horns at us, not tolerating this tyranny that's happening with this administration.
I'm in the middle of Old Town Scottsdale, which is a relatively conservative city. There are probably, best estimates, about 2,000 people here right now, protesting on dictator Trump's birthday for the No Kings protest in Old Town Scottsdale. Apparently this is one of a dozen protests going on in the Arizona state of Arizona right now. This is 8 o'clock, barely starting, 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning in near 100-degree weather. This is how much people hate Trump.
My favorite protest sign is, we fought a king in 1775, a dictator in 1945, we'll fight whatever the hell this is in 2025. New data reveals the money being spent on Trump's military birthday parade happening this Saturday, paid for by taxpayers, could feed every single homeless veteran in America for more than 4 months. If there's money for his parade, there's money for Medicaid. According to Caroline Leavitt, the Trump administration won't be recognizing Pride Month and thinks it's silly to throw a parade for just 7% of the population, which is why they're throwing a $100 million parade for just one man's ego instead. On the day of Trump's military birthday parade, there are also going to be counter-protests all over the country. The event and the specific day, June 14th, is being called No King's Day because Trump is acting like a king and people everywhere are really disturbed. NoKingsDay.org lays out everything that's going on. You can also search by your zip code to figure out what's closest to you. They're hosting trainings and information sessions leading up to the event that you can sign up for, and I've attached an LINK to my page where you can RSVP for whatever's closest to you. And lastly, if you donate your $400K salary but then spend $90 million on a birthday parade, you're still $89,600,000 in the hole. FYI. The concept of a military birthday parade is very authoritarian and weird, but this day will become the perfect opportunity for you to meet your neighbors and learn to organize with them, right? These are the people that you're going to want to know for the next 4 years.
And the rockets replay with the first steaming plan gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say that that's our spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lord, have y'all ever seen a protest get shut down by the good Lord Almighty himself? Because I did today. I had front row seats. So I know we're all aware that those No King protests were going on today all across the great United States. Well, here in my town in Florida, we had 2 spots that they were protesting. And one of those places today just happened to be right outside the mall. So about 10 o'clock this morning, my daughters and I were on the way to the mall. You know, we were going to do some retail therapy, you know, live the American dream. And we drive through this main intersection where they're all out there, you know, fighting the good fight, you know, the mean orange man that lives rent-free in their head. But anyways, we get to the mall, we park, we start walking in. As we're walking in, I look up at the sky that's behind the mall, and I'm like, ooh, that looks a little dark. That looks a little angry. That looks like it's about to drop the holy monsoons from the heavens. And oh, buddy did it, because 2.5 seconds later, once we stepped foot inside that mall, oh, Lord, the Lord himself just opened up the heavens. I mean, it started pouring that daggum rain, and it started lightning and thundering. I mean, it was like Noah. It was biblical. And the next thing you know, you see those protesters just like cockroaches, every which direction, running for their daggum lives, okay? They come running into the mall looking like they were baptized against their own will. Looked like a bunch of freaking wet raccoons. I mean, signs falling apart, mascara running down their faces. Anyways, we were at the mall for a couple of hours, and it never stopped, okay? We left the mall, drove about 5 minutes down the road, and it was nothing but blue sky, sunshine, and the birds were. So apparently it was just raining right there over that one area where they were protesting, and it is still raining in that one area where they were protesting. It's pretty much like the Lord above said, you know what, you got about 30 minutes in, I think that's good enough, you need to go on and sit down.
Have you been to a No Kings protest today? Because I've been to several, and I'm just relaxing for a minute before I go back out to another one. But this has been such an amazing turnout today. And many people are showing up who are typically silent, and that says a lot. A lot of us here in the US are done with Donald Trump. We do not want a king in the US. We have been watching the last few months as our country slips into something completely unrecognizable. And we're simply done. So we've taken to the streets, and in many cities, there are hundreds of thousands of people out in protest. New York, LA, Chicago, Philadelphia, the turnout is absolutely extraordinary. And what I think is even more impressive, nearly every small town has a protest as well. Where I am today, every corner, every street has people out in protest. I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. We are all saying no kings.